Hey guys, welcome back to another Flesh and Blood video. This video is proudly brought to you by the House of Cards, the official sponsor of my stream. Be sure to check out the link in the description below for all of your Flesh and Blood needs. So today guys, I picked Bravo versus Iyslander. Bravo is one of my decks that I'm really testing for ProQuest season, and Iyslander is a very popular deck and something that you'll definitely play against. I picked this matchup because Bravo and Iyslander is going to be very popular, and I think you need to know how to play both sides of it going into ProQuest season. Thanks for stopping by guys, and I hope you enjoy the video. We'll just try to bonk him here. I do have access to AB3, which is like pretty good. Like I really like AB3 actually in the Bravo deck. It still gives us tech plating to block with in certain situations. So pitch Ice Bolt and Cold Snap, huh? Red Ice Bolt. Interesting. It's interesting to say the least. Let's go ahead and activate tech plating. Activate Bravo. And then let's throw Chokeslam for 8 after making a surge. At one point, somebody had made a suggestion while I was streaming Bravo that I actually run Crater Fist and run Null Rune like chest, whatever that is. I can't remember what it's called. I thought that was an interesting thing to like kind of talk about. Yeah, let's just go ahead and pay 1. I'm gonna pitch the Spinal Crush here to pay 1. Yeah, most of the time, roughly 4 to 6 months, which has a set, then a mid set. Now there's only going to be one set, so probably the same time frame for each new set. Oh, interesting. Okay. So us making the decision to not make a new surge was actually very beneficial for us because it allowed us to still throw our hammer after this. Okay, Fate Foreseen means we're taking any version of Ice Vein off the table, which is kind of nice. You like to see that. We've taken nothing so far, and our opponent's taking 7, which is a very good exchange for us. I actually think this is a correct time to just take 4. And then we're just gonna throw Crippling Crush here and just have 2 floating. If I had a surge there that I could have like I would have probably actually considered activating Bravo had I had a surge to pay for the 1 frostbite that they could have given me, but I didn't, so I'm not going to. I'm gonna play it safe, and I'm just gonna throw my Crippling Crush, and I'm gonna leave up some resources for Arcane Barrier here. Another defense reaction, I assume. Hey, that's fine with me. That's fine with me. Our opponent takes 2 and goes to 27, and they don't have a turn cycle, basically. Like they did last turn, but they're not going to this turn. Again, we're in the same situation where we don't have a surge, so I'm just going to throw the 10 power attack here, keep my resources up so that I can continue to play, that I can continue to like keep some Arcane Barrier going. In case they do decide to Waning Moon me here. So they're basically blocking 6, so they're going to go to 23, which again is fine. We're putting a lot of pressure on our opponent. Now they are doing a lot of setup here, which can be terrifying. This is 8, or this is 8 dominate, and we get to keep 2 resources up, so I don't know, like this seems like a fine turn. I need to see our game in video format soon. Oh man, dude, that was one of the funniest games I've ever played ever, Nathaniel. Dude, that was a contest, to say the least. This is actually a pretty weird hand. So I think I'm just gonna take 5 here and go to 31. And then I'm going to play Zealous Belting, but I'm going to pitch Command and Conquer first so that I actually have the capability to have go again here off of my Zealous Belting. Our opponent has set up 2 Insidious Chills and 2 Frost Hexes very quickly. Very quickly. It's very terrifying, honestly. It means that we're going to have to play a lot of offense here to like really make our opponent sweat it out. They're going to use Tunic to pay for Ironhide Gauntlet here, which is a smart play. I don't know. So let's see here. I can pay 2 to make a Surge. And then come in with Hammer, but I'm forced to take Waning Moon if I make a Surge. So they get to Waning Moon me if I make a Surge here, basically. Now, my opponent doesn't know that until I swing the Hammer, but it's pretty clear that I'm gonna swing the Hammer at this point. Like I've taken the time to actually here to pitch a 6 so that I had go again, and I wanted go again for a reason. So this is we're getting ahead pretty quickly here. Our opponent's done a lot of setup, but we're getting ahead quickly, which is actually very nice. I'm also really curious to know how good Bravo's new leg pieces are going to be. Is there anybody in the chat who's been testing that yet? I have yet to have a chance to test that. So I don't really know what it feels like, but... Oh, Nathaniel, I meant to ask you, buddy, how are you feeling? Are you feeling better, man? I know that you said you weren't feeling well. Like, I know you sounded a little rough the other night, and you said you weren't feeling too hot, but you figured you'd play some games because what else were you doing? You feeling better now? Okay, so our opponent actually decides to block here with a card. At least it looks like they're going to. I assume that they're going to, considering they have shown me the Aether Ice Vein, which means they're probably just going to Coronet Peek me and then pass. Arsenal a card. Like, my opponent can't just say no blocks all game. Like, we've taken 9 and they've taken 21. What card blows me out here if I go for Bravo? Channel Lake, which is not that good against me. Let's activate it. Let's make a Surge and see what they do. Okay, so all right, interesting. Feeling better, thankfully, since I'm working this weekend. Oh, well, good, man. I'm glad you're feeling better. I mean, like, I don't want work to be like this single reason you're feeling better, but but I'm glad you're feeling better, man. Taking 4 here, go to 11. Okay, we're gonna go Chokeslam, Unmovable, Showtime. This is a take 8 kind of turn if I've ever seen one. So even through 1 Frostbite here, we have the capability to play the Pummel, which is kind of sweet. And we're at such a high enough life total that our opponent just can't kill us. Like, it's just not possible for our opponent to kill us here. I just don't really think that's even on the table. Now, the Sink Below will prevent us from killing them. Fate and Sink is pretty good here. And, like, again, we can't kill them because of their defense reactions, but we do get to take a card out of their hand, which is kind of cool. And they no longer have Coronet Peak. With all 3 blues, I think I can with all 4 blues, I think I can pretty safely play the Asunder here. I was going whether I felt better or not. I mean, I have been there. Like, it is sad that that's the working world that we live in, but I've been there where it's like, just, you got to do it. Like, you got to go to work. It sucks, but I've been there. Now, playing Asunder is like a very big opening for our opponent to have like a big blowout swing turn. Like, we are in control of this game. Like, we are 100% in control of this game right now. But our opponent, like playing the Asunder like, there's a lot of things that could go wrong for us. Channel like Frigid doesn't really matter that much because we have because we had a 4th blue. But like, there were just a lot of things that could go wrong. Yes, I'm sure I want to skip my arsenal. Thank you, though, game. I guess let's just pitch all of our cards here. There's no reason to hang on to anything. If I hang on to something, I'm giving them the opportunity to take cards out of my hand with the Insidious Chills here. They're in a pretty tough spot. Like, this is like gone downhill for them very quickly. I'm in a very comfortable position right now. Like, we're just going to keep throwing whatever we draw at them. Our opponent did have a lot of setup early, but they also didn't really have many turns where they were pressuring us. And I feel like I also have a lot of experience in this matchup. One, because I've played a ton of Iyslander. Like, I've played a lot of Iyslander. So I really understand how Iyslander attacks you as a Bravo player. Wow, this hand's tough. But, like, I also... Like, I understand how Iyslander attacks you as a Bravo player, but I also, I just also, like, really understand Bravo as well. So, like, it kind of gives me, like, pretty decent leg in this matchup. At least when you're playing on Talishar and stuff like that. When you're playing online. So this game was very one-sided. I'm going to be honest. I've played very, very few matchups from Bravo and Iyslander where it's ever been like this lopsided. Normally it's a very close game and Iyslander's able to, like, you know, squeak it out with some Ice Eternal, Frost Test kill, like combo kind of kill, or Bravo's able to just keep enough pressure on to where, like, eventually Iyslander just kind of folds and is forced to start blocking every turn. Now, we see my opponent get to that point in this game. Like, they had set up, they had 2 Frost Texes and 2 Insidious Chills going, but they never used them. They never, you know, like actually used any of their value cards to, like, try and tempo me out of the game. So I just kept being able to throw Starstrucks and Crippling Crushes and Spinal Crushes. Like, you know, I was just able to continue to put the pressure on. Now, I was at 24, you know, like towards the end of the game, so it's not like crazy to think that I could have died. Combo Kill can do 20 to 30 points as Iyslander, but they have to, like, be able to really take some damage, or they have to, like, really have tempo in their favor to where I'm not doing much to be able to do something like that. My opponent never put me in that situation. I was throwing big attacks most of the game, go again turns, so I was really in the driver's seat most of the game and felt like I was very far ahead. If you guys got any questions or comments or see anything different, please hit me up in the comments below. If you guys liked the video, be sure to like and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see y'all next time. Take it easy, guys.